Today we are fixing up a really fun holiday treat, and these are peanut butter haystacks. And if you have never made these before, you have been missing out. They are super easy to make and they are so much fun, and all your friends and you are just gonna love these. So let's get cooking. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and on this channel we just have so much fun in the kitchen and in the garden and just all around our home. So now let's go ahead and jump into the ingredients that we're going to be using for our peanut butter haystacks. First of all, for your peanut butter, you're going to need about 2 cups. And I will put all of the ingredients and the instructions in the description section below the video. But for this peanut butter, since we need 2 cups, I was looking at it, and the jar that I've got has 18 ounces. So that's just a little over 2 cups. So I decided we're just going to use the whole jar today. I think that's going to make it a little bit easier. So let's put this over there. Next thing we're going to need is, we're just going to need 1 package, 12 ounces of some chocolate semi-sweet morsels. I usually use the Toll House for these. I use Nestle's for just about everything. Next, we're going to need 1 package, 12 ounces of some butterscotch morsels. So you got your chocolate chips, you got your butterscotch. Then you're going to need just a little bit of oil. I'm just going to be using some coconut oil today, and you're just going to need 1 teaspoon of that. Now for your shoestrings, I like to use these. I get these at our local H-E-B grocery store here. I'm in South Texas, and these are called Picnic, the brand P-I-K-N-I-K. These are great, they're wonderful, they're just the original. There's no fancy flavor. You don't want flavored ones, you just want the original ones. And we're going to need about 3 cups of these. Some other items that you're going to need to use along with your ingredients, you're going to need just a medium-sized saucepan. You're also going to need a couple of cookie sheets if they're small, or 1 big cookie sheet. And on this cookie sheet, you're either going to want to put some wax paper, okay? Or if you don't want to use wax paper and you have some of these silicone mats here like I use, you can use these. And I'll leave a link for these. I just love these. It makes everything so easy. So either a silicone mat or some wax paper to go on your cookie sheet. And then as you're getting everything together, go ahead and figure out what type of serving dish you're going to want to put these on. And I always like to use something kind of pretty. And so today I'm going to be using just a serving dish like this to put all of those haystacks on. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my saucepan, go ahead and get it back here on the cooktop, and we're going to take our peanut butter and our chocolate chips and our butterscotch chips, get them all in there and get them melting. I've gone ahead and I have put the peanut butter in. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a low heat. Let me scoot this around, make sure you can see it good. Okay, there we go. And we're going to put this on low. And then I'm going to go ahead now and take my package of, let's grab this one. Let's take my package of the butterscotch chips, and let's put those butterscotch chips all on top. There we go. That looks so cool, doesn't it? I love making treats. I'm always trying to, cook so healthy, and I just love sometimes just making some fun treats. Here we go. That's a lot. It's wonderful. It's going to be so good. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to let this start melting. And it's going to melt pretty quick. It's going to kind of move it around a little. I can feel it. I can feel that heat already. We're going to give this a few minutes, and we'll come back and I'll tell you exactly how long that it took for these to melt. We have been melting for 1 minute. Just wanted to let you see how it looks at 1 minute. You may ask, can you do this in a microwave? Yes, you could. You could put this like in a glass bowl and put these in the microwave. It's just you got to be careful in that microwave. If you do that, if you overheat them in that microwave, there's that certain point, that once you go past it, they're ruined. You just can't use the chips. And so I have just found, if I can, when I'm melting some things, if I can just go ahead and put it over here on the stove top, it works much better. You seem to be able to control it a little bit better. Now we have gone for 3 minutes and we are melted. There's a few little chunks in there that we're going to get those as we're stirring them up. So we got all that. Then what you want to do is just take 1 teaspoon of your oil. Like I said, I'm using a little bit of coconut oil that I had. Take 1 teaspoon of oil and put in there. And then we're going to stir that up, and then we're going to take that off the heat. Now I have removed this from the heat. I just took it across the aisle over here onto the island, and Now all we're going to do is put in our 3 cups of our shoestring potatoes. So I'm going to put in 1 cup. Let's stir those around. Now we're going to put in our 2nd cup. We're going to stir this. And you also just kind of have to go with feel. So let that 3 cups of shoestring potatoes, let that just be a guide for you, because I'm going with the recipe that I had just written down last year when I was making these at holiday time. And once you get them all in here, it needs to be thick enough so that you can take a spoon and do little spoonfuls onto your cookie sheet. And I'm thinking, as I'm doing this right now and we're looking at this, let me show you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as I put in my 3rd cup that I may need more this year. You know, it's all going to depend just kind of on the chips you use, the peanut butter you use, and how those all melt. Some of them are going to melt a little quicker and more than others and be a little thicker. So as I'm doing this, I'm like, yep. I'm going to tilt it so you can see it. It's looking good, but it is still too soupy. So I'm going to put in some more. Let's try another cup. You could just dump these in there, but I'm going to try to give you a good measurement. Let's put them in the measure cup here. And let's stir these and see how they do. I tell you, you are going to love this. It is really such a very, very fun little treat. And I'm actually going to go for another cup. All right, here we are. This is our, let's see, this would be our 5th cup. This should be it. Let's look. We have a few more just in case. Don't cut up your shoestrings. I've had people ask me, should I cut those up? Nope, you don't want to cut them up. Okay, so I have my spoon now, and we're going to try one of these really quick. We're just going to test it. We're going to take like a spoonful, kind of like this, and I'm going to plop it over here on my cookie tray, my silicone mat, and I think we're going to be good. I'll pull this over so you can get a better look, so you can kind of see what that consistency really is supposed to look like. Okay, let me scoot this over and you can see. So now you see that when you put these on, they may look a little soupy. That's okay. You can make these as big or small as you like. I make some of them a little bit smaller, make some of them a little bit bigger. And now once we get this whole cookie sheet filled up, what we're going to do with these is we're going to put them in the fridge for a couple hours. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Now I've got all of my haystacks on my cookie sheets. This has made about 50 haystacks. Now we're going to head to the fridge. Here's our last tray, and we're going to put these over here in the fridge. So let me get this all opened up, and we're going to let these sit in here for probably about 2 hours, and then we'll pull them out and we'll see what they look like, and we'll give them a quick taste. I've taken these out of the refrigerator and I think they are perfectly done. So let me sit this one over here, and now we're going to try one of these. So let me find a small one, and let's see, here's a little one we can try. Here we go. Okay, let's try this, see what it tastes like. Yep, these are good. I remember them. They're fantastic. Jay came through a while ago and I said, try one, and he said they were excellent. They're fantastic. I'll bring you up close so you can see a really good close-up shot. They are so good. Y'all, these have just turned out fantastic. Be sure and pop the like button and hit subscribe so you can join our YouTube family, and I will see you on that next video that's popping up. Bye-bye.